and a very familiar face to so many viewers from 1986 to 1998. Gus Koernig, of course, was the lead news anchor here at Q2. Welcome back to the studio.
How are you? Good to be with you.
Things are a little different now than they were back in the day.
Yeah.
We actually even heard from you a little bit in the piece we had earlier, looking back to those election days back in the 1980s.
Yes, that skinny boy who was using my name. Who was that kid?
All right, so it's been a few years. Let everybody know what you've been up to.
I've been in Arizona for 13 years. I live in Mesa, which is near Phoenix. I'm working for iHeartMedia as a news writer. I feel like Michael Corleone in The Godfather Part 3. You know, I thought I was out, they pull you back in. So here I am. And I've also co-written a novel with a good friend, Lauren Marsters. And that's the reason for my visit to Billings right now.
Well, okay, so now you've got, you're doing news writing for all of these radio stations across the country, and you've gone into writing fiction as well. And part of that is the reason that you're here. Talk a little about the guest lectures you've been doing.
I spoke yesterday to Bernie Quetchenbach's class at Montana State Billings. Some good questions. I didn't think I could talk for 90 minutes. It turned out I could. Tonight I'm doing a reading at the Billings Public Library at 7 p.m. And then tomorrow I'm speaking to Ashley Kunz's, and forgive me if I mispronounced your name, class at Rocky Mountain College. And I'm sure that I'll get questions that will make me think, and hopefully I'll have legitimate answers and won't have to make up stuff. But that's okay. I'm a fiction writer.
Well, you're a news writer as well. Talk about that transition and what went into writing this book, and talk a little about what the book's about.
Let me get into the transition thing. I had to learn to let the story off the leash a little bit. As I told the class yesterday, I could have written this 330-page book probably in about 75 pages, which is not the point. Brevity is the rule of thumb here. And in writing fiction, you want to let the story tell itself. This is a story about Lonnie Tate, who, when we meet him, is 18 years old. He steals a police car and is given a choice. He can go to prison or he can join the service. So he joins the Marines, he goes to Vietnam. He's then diverted into the CIA for a time. We then catch up with him 30 years later when his advertising career is crashing along with the economy. And he's a few years after that working as a security guard at a theme park, and a young Marine vet comes and says, "My boss wants to talk to you." Her boss turns out to be someone with whom he served in the Marines and in Vietnam and in the CIA, and they do battle with bad people, foreign and domestic.
So tonight, 7 o'clock, the community room over at Billings Public Library. You're going to be there with a reading and inviting folks to come by, say hello, and pick up a book if they want, right?
Can use the moral support.
So are there more Lonnie Tate books on the way, or are you going to be trying?
There are. We're working on book 2 right now, The Hunted, which will be out sometime next year. And our publisher says, you guys got to keep these going. So there we are.
Okay, and if you can't make it to the library tonight, it's also available on Amazon, and you can check it out there. And I know you got a website as well.
We do, Marsters and Koernig.
All right. Thanks very much.
Thank you,
It's very
Ed.
good to see you
Appreciate
again,
it.
Gus.
Thanks for having me in.